Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Salima and today I'm showing you how to make these buttery, crumbly fig bars. Growing up in Morocco, my dad ate figs all the time, so of course one of the first things he did when he got a house here in Washington is plant a fig tree of his own. And we enjoy the bounty of figs every year, making jams, pizzas, all kinds of things. And this new recipe has to be one of my all-time favorites. Let me show you how to make them. So we're starting with, of course, our fresh figs. We're going to make a super quick casual jam. We're not doing any canning today, so this is a super easy, low stress jam recipe. And of course, if you have a fig jam laying around in your pantry, you can just skip this step altogether and just use a store-bought fig jam. But if you're making your own like I'm doing today, I recommend figs that are ripe but not mushy. This is going to ensure that they have some of that natural pectin that really helps to create that rich and jammy texture that we want without having to use any additives like pectin. So we're adding our chopped figs to a pan with some sugar and lemon juice. And then from here, we are just going to simmer these on like medium-low heat. The goal here really is just to get that sugar evenly dissolved. And once that happens, you'll notice all of those little sugar granules are gone and a really nice, beautiful liquid starts to form. At this stage, we're going to go ahead and add in a splash of water. And then we're just going to simmer these on like low heat, just allowing the fruit to break down. I like to use a spoon or even like a potato masher to kind of encourage the figs to break down a little bit faster. And you're just going to notice that this really beautiful pink liquid starts to form. As these figs break down, it's going to thicken really beautifully. Like I said, I like to use a potato masher just to kind of encourage the texture to be a little bit more consistent. But the texture is totally up to you. If you like having larger chunks of the fruit in your jam, feel free to just leave it as is. And once the jam reaches this thick, jammy consistency, you can go ahead and turn off the heat and let this cool. While the jam is cooling, we're going to go ahead and make our crumble dough. We're using butter, sugar, vanilla extract, and then some lemon zest just to brighten things up a bit. This really helps to complement the lemon juice and the acidity in the jam. And we're just going to cream the butter and sugar and other ingredients together for a minute or two until it is light and fluffy like this. And then after this stage, all that's left to do is just mix in our flour. You can add the flour all at once and just continue to mix this on like a medium speed. Of course, you could just do this with a spoon in a bowl or a spatula in a bowl if you don't want to use a stand mixer. And we're just aiming for sort of a crumbly dough. It's not going to form one solid ball. It'll really look just like I said, crumbly and not too dry. All of that flour should be evenly incorporated. So once it looks like this, you are done with your dough and you're ready to start assembling our bars. So in a square baking dish, I like to use some parchment paper and spray with some nonstick spray. And then we're adding about 3/4 of our dough to the base and just pressing it down to create a solid layer of that dough. This is going to be the base of our bars, of course. So I like to make sure that it's covering the entire baking dish evenly, not too thick in some areas and thinner in others. And then we're just going to top this off with all of our jam. The recipe I made here makes about like a cup and a half, a cup and a quarter of jam. So I like to use all of it. And again, we're just going to spread this into an even layer over that dough, making sure to get it in all of the corners. And then finally, we are using the rest of our dough and just crumbling it over the top of that jam. This is what gives us that kind of crumble effect on top of our bars, which just is really beautiful because it allows little pockets of the jam to kind of poke through, and it gets really nice and caramelized as it bakes in the oven. And we'll bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 35 to 45 minutes or until the top looks golden brown, just like this. You're going to want to let it cool. I like to cool this in my fridge overnight just to help the bars really set and firm up, but you could just let them set until cooled completely. And then you're going to lift it out of the baking sheet and slice into bars as desired. This can make anywhere from 9 to 12 bars, depending on how large or small you'd like them to be. If you do decide to serve this warm out of the oven, I highly recommend topping with a scoop of vanilla ice cream or you can never go wrong with a little scoop of freshly whipped cream. If you love figs and give this recipe a try, please let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.